have brand new broadcast equipment here. Welcome to the brand new graphic system. And with the brand new graphic system, what we're gonna do, I apologize. I'm also eating food in the background here because this has just gotten in the middle of my eating time for that matter. So we're gonna go ahead here and um can I remove this? Edit avatar? No, that's not the avatar. Again, we just got new graphic system laid out here, so I do sincerely apologize. But we got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect throughout much of the viewing area. There we go. Much of the viewing area here at this hour. So we're actually going to go ahead and take a look at the latest severe thunderstorm warnings and get you updated on all of that. Because again, as you've seen on our graphic system, we do have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect at this hour. So what we're gonna do here, let me check. Let me make sure that we're live on other sources here before we like fully get on the air, fully talk about the latest. I want to make sure that we're live on other platforms. Perfect. Yes, we are. All right. So again, we have some severe thunderstorm warnings here. What I'll do is I'll take you guys a little bit full screen here because I'm trying to eat food here in the background as well. So I apologize. So we're watching a severe thunderstorm starting to push its way into Hendersonville at this hour. We can see this is impacting 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and about quarter-size hail. We saw some hail within that a couple minutes ago. Let me take a bite here. I apologize. And just let me know what you think of the graphics. There we go. I sincerely apologize. So again, we're watching this severe thunderstorm starting to push its way through into downtown Hendersonville. Expires in about 29 minutes, impacting 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and $50 size hail with it. So please make sure you are seeking shelter indoors, including Hendersonville, Mills River, Etowah Mountain Home, Lower Park, Valley Hill, Forge Mountain, Horseshoe, Crab Creek, and Flat Rock. So again, you want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors until that storm has passed. We're watching another storm, not really strong or severe at this time, but just heavy downpours with some lightning just north of Lake Lure, so definitely want to watch out for that. However, downtown Lenoir is currently under severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Locations include Lenoir, Sawmills, Hudson, Cages Mountain, Cedar Rock, Patterson, Lake Rhodus, and Granite Falls and Game Wall. So again, you want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors until that storm has passed. Let's go ahead here and take a look through the Charlotte radar. We're also monitoring another storm pushing its way through Alexander, northwestern Iredell counties with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. We got a new warning just moments ago. For Taylorsville, Stony Point, Hiddenite, Vashti, Millersville, Ellendale, Scotts, and Lookout Shoals Lake. So again, we got those severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect. Then we also got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go ahead here and go back to this radar just so we have the latest. So again, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning into Columbus for southwestern Henderson, southwestern Rutherford, east central Henderson, and Polk counties in western North Carolina. That is until 8:15 p.m. I'm also monitoring behind the scenes to see if the graphics do want to pop up the latest severe thunderstorm warning. It doesn't look like it is. I apologize. I don't know what's going on there. Again, located 8 miles northwest of Columbus, or 6 miles south of Bat Cave. Moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. This includes Columbus, Mills River, Eddyville, Green Creek, Lake Adger, Rutherford, Chimney Rock State Park. So again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail. There it is. And nickel-sized hail are occurring with this storm. So definitely want to take extra precautions now and make sure you are seeking shelter indoors until the storm has passed. I really am fascinated about these graphics. I love them so much. I don't know about you guys, I sincerely like love the graphics here. If you guys don't know either, we've also decided to stop our daily video updates too, and we're mainly focusing on just um, YouTube, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels as well, and TikTok, all of that kind of stuff because people like to scroll, and that's going to be the main driver of the viewers here. And then we're going to start do our main coverage like this in the near future. And that's the wrong graphic. Okay, so again, we have severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect throughout much of the viewing area through the next couple of hours. So we'll see how this ends. We might have to postpone the Friday night movie night. I don't know what you guys think about that, but we may have to postpone for that. So let's go ahead here. Let me turn off heat advisories here so we can just see the severe thunderstorm warnings. Oh, that's resetting. Oh, whoops. Don't want to do that. I just fixed it. So again, we got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. Just got the alert in. We got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. And if we zoom out here just a little bit, outside of the viewing area, look at through much of Virginia is under a severe thunderstorm watch. So that same line of storms that we're seeing push its way through right now, that's also pushing through with more strong than severe thunderstorm chances out towards Virginia. So again, Hendersonville, you guys are getting impacted. So again, Echo Acres, Laurel Park, Essex, Foxwood, Bowfire, Mountain Home, Mills River, you guys are in the clear. Don't go outside, but you guys are in the clear from the worst part of the severe thunderstorm. So that's the positive news we have here. Excuse me. Boyston, seek shelter still. Mountain Home, seek shelter as well. Impact places near Flat Rock. Definitely want to make sure you're seeking shelter now. This has 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. So again, this includes Hendersonville, Mills River, Etowah, Mountain Home, Laurel Park, Valley Hill, Forge Mountain, Horseshoe, Crab Creek, and Flat Rock. So again, if you have any reports, make sure you send it directly, tagging Highland Weather on X at Highland WX. So again, we also got this other severe thunderstorm warning that's going to push its way through Columbus through the next couple of hours here until 8:15 with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. Locations include Columbus, Moss Spring, Eddyville, Green Creek, Lake Adger, Rutherford, and Chimney Rock State Park. Again, that has 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. Trying to check behind the scenes here, seeing if I'm not missing anything, and I don't at this time. So that's the positive news we have here. So again, we're looking at some more severe thunderstorms. So Lenore is getting impacted. I don't know what's going on with the radar here. It's probably at a radar gap. Lenore, Hudson, Sawmill, Cedar Creek, Cedar Rock, for that matter, under a severe thunderstorm warning. Places towards Hickory, Hickory County Airport, Hickory, or not county, but Hickory Airport, North Lakes, Rink Lake. So if you're on the lake through much of here, you definitely want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors. You have time right now. That severe thunderstorm is going to push its way through. It expires in about 8 minutes, but has 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So again, make sure you are seeking shelter indoors. People along I-40 towards Statesville, definitely want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors. Taylorsville, you guys are about to be impacted. This has just now been issued until 8:15 for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, including Taylorsville, Stony Point, Hidden Night, Vashti, Millersville, Allendale, Scotts, and Lookout Shoals Lake. So what we're going to do here is I want to have another bite to eat of my pizza because, you know, it's Friday night. Got to have the pizza. So let me go ahead and take you guys to full screen, take a quick bite here, and then I'll be back here in like 15 seconds. So it's not too long. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. So again, we have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings at this time here, moving through much of the viewing area. I'm also monitoring this storm right here at Bells Creek, Riverbend, Lake Laurel Mountain Estates. This storm looks like it's starting to strengthen. Shingle Hollow, definitely want to watch out for this storm. It's not severe. I don't think there's a special weather statement with that. There's not, but it is strengthening. So you want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors. Just at this time, moderate to very heavy rainfall is occurring within the storm. Definitely want to watch out for that as well. Again, we also got another severe thunderstorm warning making its way through Hendersonville here at this time. So definitely want to watch out for that. Let me see. Do we have a new webcam system? So I want to test it out. So we're gonna go ahead here and look at the latest cameras here. See what's going on here at this hour. So again, we'll take a look at downtown Asheville, the historic courthouse. I don't think that's going to work. So we'll skip through that. Let's look at the Mount Pisgah Inn here. Looking relatively nice. We can see temperatures are relatively nice in the lower 80s. Again, mostly sunny skies still pushing its way through. Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport, the webcam we have here is not working, so I apologize about that. So again, let's go ahead here and jump back over to these severe thunderstorm warnings, see if there's any updated information here at this time. So again, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning for Henderson, Polk, and Rutherford. This is this storm right here for Columbus for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail for Columbus, Mills Spring, Edneyville, Green Creek, Lake Adger, Rutherford, and Chimney Rock State Park. This is until 8:15 p.m. this evening. So definitely want to make sure you are taking extra precautions now and taking shelter indoors until the storm passes. So again, make sure you are seeking shelter indoors until the storm passes here as well. Let's see. So again, we have severe thunderstorm warnings pushing its way through. I think the main concern, the main threat is one Hendersonville here, because this is packing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. So really want to take extra precautions. This is until 7:45 p.m. this evening. So please make sure you are seeking shelter indoors. Places towards Mills River, I would say you guys are in the clear. I want to actually play this back here, just see where this storm all has gone through here. Whoops. Let me redo that. So you can see it started to strengthen towards Mills River. A little bit of a hail core as it moved through Mills River. But again, you can see Mills River, Mountain Home, Boyston, Horseshoe Cove, and Horseshoe. I would say you guys are in the clear. Naples, you are especially in the clear. Hendersonville, Laurel, Echo Hills, Echo Lake, Valley Hill, Wildwood Heights, Laurel Park, Town Forest, Timberland, Essex, Hendersonville, all of those. Make sure you are seeking shelter indoors. You do not want to play around with this. This is the main storm that we're watching here with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. Flat Rock, East Flat Rock, Kingswood. I know you guys, 5 points. I know you guys are not in the severe thunderstorm warning at this time, but you do want to make sure that you are monitoring this closely. The best thing to do if you're doing any outdoor activities, just seek shelter indoors because this is packing half-dollar size hail with it. And you don't want to be outside during the half-dollar size hail. The severe thunderstorm warning also has been canceled for Caldwell County, so that's and canceled for Alexander and Iredell counties. So again, that's the positive news we have here. It's weakened below severe limits, and no longer poses a threat. So again, the severe thunderstorm warning for Lenore has expired. The severe thunderstorm warning towards Taylorsville has expired. The next severe thunderstorm warning that we're going to see expire is the one in central Henderson County until 7:45. So I'm curious to see if they're going to extend it. So again, these are the main concerns we're watching here towards downtown Hendersonville. Tryon Equestrian Center, International Equestrian Center. I go there almost every summer or every fall for that matter. So probably many people are riding out with their horses. You want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors. This is packing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail for Columbus, Mill Spring, Eddyville, Green Creek, Lake Adger, Rutherford, and Chimney Rock State Park. So again, you want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors. Still monitoring the storm places towards Rutherford. You guys are about to get some lightning and brief heavy downpours, maybe winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour impacted with it. So you definitely want to make sure seeking shelter indoors until that. However, places towards Asheville, you guys are looking relatively nice here. We're monitoring a system north of Silva, monitored to very heavy rainfall starting to make its way through. So we'll see what that system has to offer here. But right now, at this time, we actually we're gonna let the movie night play. We're gonna let tonight's movie night play for people who are interested at 8 p.m. this evening. So that's the positive news we have here. Because this is just nickel-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so it's nothing too significant, nothing too. I mean, it is significant and it is concerning, but it's nothing to cover here as well. And it also looks like the storm is starting to kind of weaken here. East Central Henderson and Polk counties. Do we have statements statements on here? No, we don't. So we're actually going to select that here. So there we go. So we're watching a storm. We're watching. So that was under a special weather statement. So I guess that expired just now. But another special weather statement has been issued here from Lakeview Estates all the way through I-26. So again, this is for 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-inch hail with this Storm. So Saluda, Dana, East Flat Rock, and Lake Adger. We do have a webcam, and Saluda for that matter. I apologize. We do have a webcam in Saluda, so we're gonna actually pull that up in just a few. We have forecasts of Mason joining in within the coverage here in just a moment. So we have some positive news for that. So I can actually take some time with my food before it gets relatively cold. No, it's nothing. I know that's not really something to focus on right now, but you know, gotta always make the best in coverage. So again, Flat Rock, you guys want to make sure you are seeking shelter because the storm is going to push its way through. Do we have tracking on here? I don't think. Yeah, we do have that, however, but we don't have. Okay, so I guess we don't have yes, we do have it. Storm tracks. There we go. That's going to confuse the people a whole lot, isn't it? I apologize. There we go. So again, there we go. So here's the latest track here. And what we're going to do is I'm not going to remove the severe thunderstorms. So towards Rutherford, you guys are going to get this heavy rainfall. So watch out for that. The storm here, Tryon Equestrian Center, definitely want to watch out. The strong storm looking towards Baxter, definitely want to watch out for this as well. That's going to push its way through here. And severe thunderstorm warning for Laurel Park and Hendersonville. That's also going to move towards Flat Rock. So we'll continue to monitor this. We'll continue to see what this has to say here through the next couple of hours. So definitely want to watch out for that. We're also monitoring a special weather statement here towards Rutherford. That same storm that I was concerned about is starting to strengthen here. Looking at winds of 50 miles per hour and half-inch hail, located 6 miles west of Rutherford, moving southeast at 15 miles per hour for central Rutherford County through 8 p.m. This includes Rutherford, Spindale, Green Hill, and Shingle Hollow for that matter. Again, both of these storms here that under the special weather statement are about 10 miles per hour away from severe weather strength. So that's out of all concern. So you definitely want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors until the storm has passed. Positive news with the Hendersonville severe thunderstorm. They have decided to cancel. And I'm looking at the side here so I can make sure the graphic pops up for it. The severe thunderstorm warning for Hendersonville has been expired. Positive news we have here. Luckily, I haven't seen any reports come in. It's weakened below severe limit and no longer poses a threat, immediate threat to life or property. I apologize for that. So again, the warning has been expired. So we'll see. We'll see here. I want to take it to full screen so I'm not looking constantly behind the scenes here. We just got a new scan in, so we'll take a minute, take a look at that in just a minute here as well. So I'm just curious to see how long it'll take until that graphic decides to pop up here. So we'll just see. Watch it out of the corner of my eye. So again, we're watching a special weather statement here towards Mount Valley, Camp Bob Harden, Green River Game Land. So again, this is packing about 50 mile per hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail. And we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Or no, we don't. We don't have a new severe thunderstorm warning. I just saw that off the corner of my eye. I apologize, y'all. So they've updated the severe thunderstorm warning. They've canceled it for Henderson County. They continue it for southwestern Rutherford, Polk counties. This is until 8:15 p.m. for Columbus, Mill Spring, and the Green Creek, Lake Adger, and Rutherford. So again, definitely want to watch out for that as well. Forecast Mason has also just now joined in. Mason, you want to take over for a minute so I can finish this with you really quick?
Sorry, I didn't join right away, Beckett.
No, you're good. Just watching some severe storms push their way through.
All right. I don't have the main source of live Fast Track Max right now, but I do have the alternate source, really.
Okay, and I can have this webcam or the radar up here if you need
Okay.
that instead.
Let's see here.
Okay, so we do have the first report here from Henderson County, 1 mile southwest of Mills River, reporting broadcast media reports hail size of nickel size 0.88 inches at 6:45 p.m. So again, we have the first report coming in within that storm
Okay.
there as well. So that was a pretty strong storm that just got expired or just got canceled for that matter.
That would actually line up really good right there, despite the fact that we are seeing some hail with the storm.
Right.
I do apologize, by the way, if I lag a little bit. I'm on my laptop, which doesn't do very good. So.
Okay, you're good. So again, we have a few storms pushing their way through, and we're monitoring this storm towards Morganton along I-40. There's no special weather statement. There's no severe thunderstorm warning for it, but definitely want to watch out for that. It's just brief period of heavy rainfall and frequent lightning. There it is. With this, so Magnolia, Morganton, Calvin along I-40, just definitely want to take extra precautions if you're traveling there. If you're driving, just put the hazards on, pull over to the side of the road. If you can't see at all, that's the safest thing to do if you can't see throughout there. So again, that as well. Mason, you want to take over for a moment?
Yeah. So we are watching the storm right here. Let's see here. As I'm looking at the radar right now, there is also some with this storm that we have the severe thunderstorm warning for. Let me see if I can get my screen to share. One there. We are seeing a little bit of some broad rotation with the storm right here. We could pop it up. There we go. So we have an area of broad rotation with the storm that's to the northwest of Mill Spring. Right now, it's not strong. It's very broad though. As I'm flipping here. But yeah, we are seeing that right there. And of course, my radar is going to crash. So, but yeah, we are seeing that there to the northwest of Mill Springs. Beckett.
Yeah.
With this storm, with this severe thunderstorm warning, do they have the tornado possible tag with this storm or not?
They do not, no.
Okay, because to the northwest of Mill Spring, like I was saying, there is some broad rotation, it looks like, on the velocity. I don't know if we can pop it up because my radar just crashed.
Okay. Let's see if we can... You see it on your side?
Yeah, that to the northwest of Mill Springs is where it is where I saw.
This one right here on the...
You've got... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, to the left, to the northwest. Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking that there's some broad rotation with the storm.
Yeah, I mean, there's no tornado possible tag within it at this time. The main impacts right now are 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail. But again, I wouldn't be surprised. There's always that possible chance.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Let's also... Are you able to pop up the rainfall amounts, Beckett?
Yes. No, I don't. With this radar, I'm not too sure. This is a new radar for me.
Because I'm thinking it's a flash flooding.
At this time, it doesn't look like I can. I mean, I'll continue to work on that behind the scenes here. There we go. Right, I'll continue to watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we do also have we have a new strong special weather statement, a strong storm right here. The same storm that actually had that severe thunderstorm a couple minutes ago is now with 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-inch hail for Flat Rock, Etowah, Laurel Spring, Valley Hill, Crab Creek, Horseshoe, and East Flat Rock. Again, 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-inch hail. So you definitely want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors until the storm has passed, heading right towards Flat Rock here.
Beckett, how about this? Let me finish dinner. Let me finish cooking dinner, and then once I get to my studio, I'll rejoin, okay?
Okay. All right. So again, we are continuing to watch a few storms push their way through, and what we'll do here is the system is set to do movie night at 8 p.m. So if there's no other warnings issued around that time, we'll jump off the air here. Again, this is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail within it, located 5 miles northeast of Columbus, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail for Columbus, Mill Spring, Green Creek, Lake Adger, and Rutherford. So make sure you're seeking shelter indoors. Next, we're also monitoring the storm here that really doesn't have any special weather statement or severe thunderstorm warning at this time. But again, brief heavy rainfall, a little bit of frequent lightning possible. So definitely want to watch out for that. Again, like Mason said, there is a concern for flooding as we're under a marginal risk. So definitely want to watch out for that. Silva, this storm, it's not really much of a storm. It's just brief period of heavy rainfall. That's a tongue twister. Just north of Silva, Fisher Creek and Foster. So again, we're continuing to monitor that at this time. It's okay. Again, we have that new special weather statement for Flat Rock, just west of Hendersonville, just east of Hendersonville. We're also monitoring a special weather statement here. Both expire in about 31 to 17, 16 minutes. So definitely want to watch out for that. But again, we're watching this severe thunderstorm here, heading towards the Tryon Equestrian Center. So really want to make sure Mill Spring P Ridge. What is that? Balua. I don't think I'm saying that right. So like Staybot House Inn, if you know where that is, P Ridge Road, Over Mountain Lodge, the Italian restaurant, Tryon International Equestrian Center, P Ridge Road, Cox. All of those. Definitely want to make sure you're seeking shelter indoors. Shiloh, also included in this as well. McGinnis Crossroads. Watch out for it as well. So again, the storm will continue. Again, Columbus, you still are going to get impacted by the storm. You may not be impacted by the worst of it with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail, but we're watching this other storm here with about 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-inch hail moving its way through. So definitely want to take extra precautions. And if you're seeing here, these storms are starting to make a little bit of a line. The strengthening storm looking here towards Columbus. So really want to take extra precautions here over the next couple of hours. So Mason said that he saw some broad rotation within this storm. So actually we're going to go to storm relative velocity here. Let me see. Do we have anything within it? I'm not seeing any broad rotation here. So again, if there was any rotation within the storm, it has significantly dropped down, especially since it's about to push its way through most of the mountains of the Carolinas before South Carolina. So again, has more of the mountains here. So again, that's positive news we have here as well. So again, I apologize. So again, special weather statement towards Rutherford, Ruth, and Spindale. So again, want to take extra precautions here and want to make sure you are seeking shelter indoors till the storm has passed. So I want to take a bite of my food here again. So we'll leave you with a look at the radar for the next couple of seconds so I can finish this. Sorry, y'all. This is my dinner time normally, so I'm having to take bites here behind the scenes because I'm starving. So again, we're looking at a line of storms here over the next. There we go. Okay, just testing out the system here. I'm not really used to here. So again, we're watching the worst part of the storm. Tryon Equestrian Center. Looks like the worst part of it is just going to move north of you. Rutherford, and definitely want to take extra precautions as that storm pushes its way through. But you're not all in the clear in the Tryon Equestrian Center. You may be wondering, why am I so focused on the Tryon Equestrian Center? That's because that many people are probably out right now as the temperatures start to really cool down here. So, I mean, that's just the main concern that I'm having. So again, East Flat Rock, you guys are going to get impacted, or Flat Rock for that matter, is going to get impacted. Hendersonville, please do not do any outdoor activities. I know the worst part of it's not within downtown at this matter, or not within Hendersonville, but you're still getting heavy rainfall and some lightning with it. So right now is the time to not really be outside, just seek shelter indoors. People along I-26 near 5 Points, and Ridgeview Estates and Lakeview Estates. Just take extra precautions here over the next couple of hours because these storms will continue to push their way through as well. So definitely want to watch out for that. So we're also monitoring another storm here, Mount Valley for that matter, just north of Saluda. While we're thinking about it, let me go ahead and pull up the Saluda webcam if we can get that pulled up here. Let's see, Saluda webcam. I don't have it set within the system because we just didn't have it before. May have lost it. Yeah, we lost it. Dang it. Okay. So we don't have a Saluda webcam. But we do have another report here. So the storm up towards Lenore that we had. If I can get my bearings. Oh yeah, towards Lenore right here. We just got a new report coming in from Broadcast Media Reports. Thunderstorm wind damage, multiple trees on road and power lines just 2 miles northwest of Lenore and Caldwell County. So again, some damage is appearing from that storm here as well. This storm also appears to be strengthening just a little bit. Poplar Grove, you guys are getting impacted by the storms. Green Hill, Thermal City, Ruth, Rutherford. Definitely want to watch out for that. Mount Vernon, you guys are also about to be impacted by this strong storm as well. It would not surprise me if they were to cancel this severe thunderstorm warning here. But again, what do you guys think of the graphics? The graphics are, I think, very, modernized, I guess is a way to put it. So give me just a second here, y'all. I'm checking to see, do we have any questions within either live chat that we're streaming on? So again, if you have any questions or concerns, we'll answer them directly within the live chat here. So again, it doesn't look like at this time we have any questions. But again, if you do happen to have any questions, just make sure you send it into the live chat. We'll be happy to answer them. So again, Toronto Question Center, definitely want to watch out. Columbus, you guys are about to be impacted by a strong storm of 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-inch hail that is set to expire in about 9 minutes. So that'll expire. Okay, I thought I missed something here. That's set to expire in about 8 o'clock. So definitely want to watch out for that. We'll see what the National Weather Service wants to do about that. They're also checking out the storm here. It's just moderate to very heavy rainfall here, just north of Silva, near Balsam. So just if you're out here, just definitely want to watch out. Brief period of heavy rainfall is also possible, but there's no lightning within it. Actually, we do have a first detection of lightning. I am wrong. We also got another storm just outside of Island Ford. That's looking like it is starting to strengthen there as well. Again, none of these are a huge concern. Maybe some lightning associated with it and brief heavy rainfall. But again, nothing too significant at all whatsoever. And we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning at this time. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Henderson and Polk counties and in Greenville, South Carolina. So I have some bad news for the folks who are wanting to watch our movie night special. We are not showing it tonight. It just comes up to that. We're not showing it tonight. We have main concerns with these strong and severe thunderstorms. So I apologize about that. We are not going to show these storms. Not going to show it here as well. So that's negative news that we have here as well. So we have another forecaster joining in which I'll probably see if he can take over for a couple minutes so I can finish my food here. So again, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail until 8:45 p.m. So what I'm gonna do here is just behind the scenes. Let's go ahead here and remove the Friday night special here. I have to wait till next Friday. I apologize. I know as soon as we launch, as soon as we want to test out the Friday night specials, this is when it hits. But at least we get to test out the graphics system. That's the positive news we have here. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail for southeastern Henderson, southwestern Polk, and north central Greenville counties. This is until 8:45 p.m. Excuse me. This includes Hendersonville, Flat Rock, Laurel Park, Saluda, Pleasant Ridge State Park, Valley Hill, Tuxedo, North Saluda Reservoir, Crab Creek, and East Flat Rock. So again, watch out for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail associated with this storm here as it moves towards Saluda. I think it's going to narrowly miss Gap Creek and Terry Creek. You will get probably the outskirts of the storm, but again, as you can actually, let's roll this in. I feel like I'm wrong about that. Okay. So again, part of the storm's just going to move away, but again, just if you're within the severe thunderstorm warning, just take extra precautions right now, because again, a severe thunderstorm warning is issued for your location. Again, places near Terry Creek, cliffs at Mountain Park, Tuxedo, Zaconia, Mountain Valley. Let's see, Mount Ovlet, Flat Rock. You guys definitely want to make sure you're seeking shelter indoors. Again, this has 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail associated with the storm. We got a new scan pushing in here. So again, we're also monitoring another severe thunderstorm warning. This is set to expire at about 8:15 p.m. for Columbus, Mill Spring, Green Creek, Lake Adger, and Rutherford. So again, we're continuing to watch that. Trying Equestrian Center, Mill Spring, Sandy Plains, Hickory Grove, Green Creek. Just take extra precautions. Pea Ridge. Just take extra precautions as these storms push their way through. So again, we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings and about 3 special weather statements here at this time. Let's just zoom out and get the overall view here. So again, East Tennessee region, you guys are fine. The rest of upstate South Carolina, you guys are fine. We have a shower near 9 tons starting to pop up, but again, nothing too concerning, not even lightning associated with it. So it's just going to be, if you're near 9 tons, you're going to see brief period of heavy rainfall. Aside from that, really nothing at all. So again, I just want to give an overall view. Outside of the viewing area, you can see some strong, severe thunderstorm watches are currently posted through much of Virginia into DC and portions of Maryland as well. So again, that's the same line of storms that we're seeing here, push its way through, but not as strong because the ingredients aren't as good as we have up there. So the ingredients up towards Virginia, why we're seeing the most strengthening storms there is because the heat is in the mid to upper 90s, some lower 100s as well. So that's really increasing that threat for strong and severe thunderstorms. The temperatures here are relatively cooler. We're sitting at about 77 degrees right now. So again, these storms are going to not be as strong as they were before. So again, definitely want to watch out for that as well. But I want to hear you guys' opinion. What do you think of the graphics system? It makes it a lot easier. I feel like this new system that we have here is a lot better than what we had a couple days ago because it was relatively confusing. We also, some positive news we have here as well. I just want to go ahead. We're live. I might as well share this information with you guys while we wait for the new scan. We're also fitting in the Highland Weather system with an automated weather alerting system. So times when I can't be live or the team cannot be live tracking severe storms, we gotta have an automated system that's going to be covering these storms until they expire. So again, you're going to have coverage nonstop from Highland Weather anytime, even overnight when we can't do coverage. We're still going to have it here. So again, this is just the positive news we have here and the future of Highland Weather as well. So again, it's the positive news we have here. If you have any questions or concerns about the severe thunderstorms or about the graphics, just let us know, and we'll be happy to answer them. So again, I don't believe we have any cameras. Sadly, I don't think we have any cameras towards Saluda. I don't think we have cameras towards Columbus either, Rutherford. So again, positive news we have, negative news we have here for that matter. So again, out of all, relatively concerning. Joining us now here is forecaster Mason. He has just now joined in within the broadcast here. Mason, do you have any updates at this time?
Trying to get my radar to go back to live, but yeah, I think you already mentioned this one, Becca, that we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect.
And I think we just lost the severe thunderstorm warning towards Mill Spring. Waiting for the latest update. It just disappeared here. Yeah, for Polk and Rutherford, North Carolina, you guys are in the clear. The severe thunderstorm warning has expired. We also got another report really quick. Mountain Home in Henderson County, Extreme Weather Spotters reports $half size hail at 7:02 p.m. 3 miles southwest of Mountain Home. We'll go ahead and jump it back over to Mason.
So, looking at live Fast Track Max Doppler radar, if I can get my entire screen to show. So we are watching the storm though, and it looks like I'm telling you what, this storm it's strong.
You're showing the wrong screen, so I haven't put it up just yet.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'll let you know about that. So again, we're still continuing to watch storms push their way through over the next couple of hours. We can see at least the severe thunderstorm warning towards Polk and Rutherford has expired. So again, you guys are all in the clear just north of Columbus. We also lost 2 special weather statements here. So the main storm that we're watching here is towards Flat Rock, pushing its way through on the South Carolina state line here for Greenville County and upstate South Carolina. I apologize. I'm looking behind the scenes here. I'm trying to make sure these graphics actually keep up to date with all this information. It looked like it did. They're undergoing testing. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and jump it back over to Mason for the latest.
You should be able to pop up my radar now. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I've got the debris tracker up because we're watching for strong winds right now, and I'm looking to see if there's picking up any debris. It looks like there is really, so we may be seeing some outflows with the storm as well. The storm's not moving all that fast. I'll say that. Like I said, one growing concern though is the heavy rain. Do we have flood advisories starting to come out, Beckett?
No, not at the time.
We don't have flood advisories.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I just want to make sure because my radar is showing, starting to show some impressive rainfall estimates right now, just to the northwest of where the storm has already been. And if I can get my hail detector to load, because I want to see if there is any hail within the storm. And it doesn't look like we're getting any indications right now, but what I do have is the hail path. And what this does, it shows the path of the hail, so where the storm has produced hail. And you can see here around Etowah, almost 1 inch diameter hail being indicated here on my hail detector, just to the west of Henderson. If I put my hail core tracker on, what this does is it shows where the hail core is, or at least where there's hail occurring at within the storm. And you see where the reds show up. That's where we definitely do have the hail actually showing. And then same thing with my hail intensity tracker. Now This one actually will actually show where severe hail or actually large hail at. And we're nearing that mark right there. So wouldn't be surprised if we get some larger hail, even though this severe thunderstorm is indicating 1 inch diameter hail. See if we can go over to the radar now. The radar on. It's not one of the low for some odd reason. I don't know why. I do apologize about this. But I'll tell you what, though. On the hybrid scan radar that we do have, there we go. There's a look at the storm right here, since we're not able to get the live scan up. But you can see right here, this storm, where we have the purples showing up just to the southwest of East Flat Rock. Likely some hail that's ongoing right there. As Becca, I think, said, there is frequent cloud to ground lightning as well, showing up with the storm. Let's see here. And I want to put something else on. And that would be this. This is called differential reflectivity. It actually scopes out the part. It actually scopes out which parts of the storm are meteorological and which ones are not, which parts are not. And where you're seeing some of these pinks in here, these reds, and some of the pinks, like I said, even some of the whites, that's indicating where we're not only seeing some rain, but where there also could be some hail occurring with the storm, like I said. So, like right in here, 4.8 decibels. So likely some hail occurring with the storm, like I said. And then this is another product right here. This is KDP, specific differential phase. It's a tongue twister. This actually shows where the heaviest rain is falling, more so than just looking at the radar site, okay? Where you're seeing some of the greens, that's indicating where the heaviest rain is. So definitely seeing this rain coming down very fast. We go back over to the radar, the hybrid scan. There we go. And this storm is tracking to the southeast. I want to actually put a track on the storm and see exactly where it's moving so we can see who's in line for the storm. And we'll take it off to the southeast at around 13 miles per hour, which is the speed that is being indicated. So we're not getting any cities and towns through here, so it looks like it's going to move over some rural areas, really. I'm going to jump it over to Beckett for now, so that way I can work more with my radar. So Beckett, I'll let you take over for now, because I'm clearly not in meteorology mode right now. So, yeah, you go ahead and take over.
Okay, I'm gonna jump it over to Tanner for the latest information. I'm behind here finishing up my food. Tanner.
Yeah, hey, everybody, we're still watching this line of storms as it continues to, take the southeasterly track. It's actually heading right towards the radar site there in Greenville, Spartanburg. So what you have here is you have this, decent storm. You have that warm updraft. You have those warm surface temperatures, and all that is allowing that to do is, take that surface that day surface heating and allow these storms to expand. You can see with the moisture in the air, the amount of dew points, or the high dew points, I should say, you can see a lot of lightning. The higher the dew points, the better potential to see lightning density. And when we're talking lightning density, we're talking about electricity, the lightning electricity with positive, negative strikes. That all helps these storms grow high. But you're probably looking at this going, well, there's not red, green, purple, black, white, scary colors, and that's fine. You don't need that, but nonetheless, you are definitely still getting some heavy downpours over Flat Rock, Mount Valley, Ovelet, Jetters Mountain Terrace. I don't know how to say that, but Snaggy Mountains, Texto, Camp Greystone, Walnut Mountains. This is where it's, like I said, it's still taking, we'll be taking that kind of southwesterly track closer towards the Greenville, Spartanburg radar site there. So looking at velocity, good thing with this is we don't have any type of as we would call any type of wind divergence. So, either wind going towards or away from the radar. We don't have any of that, and that is a good thing. Looking through relative velocity, you can see we do have some modest rotation, nothing tight, nothing that you need to, freak out about, thinking anything with tornado activity, because that is nothing, the atmosphere isn't even primed for it. We don't have much wind shear. There is a little bit of mid-level wind shear, but we're missing the low level and the high level wind shear. So with that, we don't have the convergence and the turning with, from it going horizontally turning to vertical turning, which would be, a tornado. So we don't have any of that happening today, and that is a good thing. And just to kind of piggyback off of what Mason said, looking here at correlation coefficients, we don't have much picking up, and that's a good thing. We don't have debris being lofted into the air. We just have a general summertime thunderstorm. So if we take a look at the echo tops, we're going to look and see how tall these clouds are. So this thunderstorm here, the Jetter Mountain Terrace one, this is a 44,000 feet storm top. So, when we're talking about these storm top heights, these are your average thunderstorm, especially as they expand and grow. But like I said, the main thing that they expand from is when you have that inflow, when you have that warm, moist surge of air coming in. And it also doesn't help that a lot of our winds today had me coming out of the south. We have that high ridge of pressure and that ridge building north into, into Canada. It's bringing all that warm, moist air. So it's bringing that more, that warm and moist air from, the Gulf of Mexico, Mexico, Texas. It's bringing, that surge of air, if you will. I can't elaborate on that anymore. All I can say is it's going to keep bringing that surge of air with it. So as we continue to look for it, you can even see that we kind of have a little bit of that we have a little bit of a developing inflow notch here. And like I said, that inflow notch that allows that warm, moist air to go into this storm. So, when you hear inflow notch, you're probably thinking, okay, what is that? An inflow notch is nothing scary. It's just a meteorological term of warm, moist air allowing these storms to diverge. Warm air rises. So as you get that warm air to rise, it condensates, turns into clouds. So you have that formation. Clouds get heavy enough, then you get those heavy downpours and maybe some gusty winds with this. I don't expect any hail with this. Normalized rotation looks fine. We don't have any rotation. Like I said, we're really missing that low level and that high level rotation. So, as far as rotation tonight, I don't think that'll be an issue whatsoever. Looking at velocity still, like I said, you could see some gusts upwards 35, 40 miles an hour at the highest, but I don't think, we'll be seeing that severe limit. Earlier back looking at this, when I was back here, you could see winds were a little bit stronger before, especially here. You could see, this was probably 45, 50 mile an hour gust. And then that's when they issued that warning right around 7:45, 8 o'clock. And then you can see it has since calmed down. Taking a look at what the National Weather Service is saying in the National Service Slack chat. If you give me just a sec to pull that up. This location, this is GSP. Let's storm reports. One sec. I apologize. There it is. So they are getting some reports of small hail in southwestern Henderson County, where it's a hail spike. So that's when they just issued that warning. And there's a picture coming in from meteorologist Jason Boyer in the Slack chat there. But other than that, it's a very, very small pea-sized hail, but that is the latest as far as that. So like I said, I think we'll just have some, 35, 40 mile an hour gusts occasionally. They won't be sustained. Some heavy rain and downpours as this line of storms, or excuse me, I should say this pulse thunderstorms. This pulse thunderstorms continues to track towards Greer, Greensville, Spartanburg, and then it should start to fizzle out as it gets beaten up by the mountains. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and transfer it back over to student meteorologist Beckett Webb.
Alrighty, thank you, Tanner, for that. As you said, well, actually, we have an update here. The severe thunderstorm warning for Polk and Rutherford has been expired, so that's the positive news we have here. The warning is still continuing. Let me pull this up here just so I can get it updated. So again, it's no longer in effect for southwestern Rutherford and Polk counties. But we do have that still in effect for upstate South Carolina, I believe.
I don't know why that's not popping up on my side. So give me just a quick second. So again, I don't know why it's there. We go. Okay, we had an issue with the technology. I apologize about that. So again, the severe thunderstorm warning is being continued for actually southwestern Henderson, southwestern Polk, and north central Greenville counties. This is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail associated with it. And I did thought we have a camera for Saluda, but apparently we've lost it. But again, the severe thunderstorms in effect for Saluda, Pleasant Ridge State Park, Tuxedo, North Saluda Reservoir, Crab Creek, Flat Rock, and East Flat Rock. We see here as well. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Mason, do you have any further updates?
I do actually. I just actually posted this in our studio chat here on StreamYard. If we can pop Live Fast Chat Max back up, that would be great. So I just noticed this, and I was actually finally able to get the live scan back online. Really, I had to switch the source. I just noticed we got a hail indicator to pop up here. Looks like this is indicating 1.25 inch hail in diameter. I think. I forget the hail size chart. Maybe Tanner, can you elaborate on what size hail that is? If I'm not mistaken, that's a little bit over quarter size hail. Let me see if I got a hail chart on here.
Tanner, we lost your microphone.
$50.
There we go. There it is. I apologize. So you got one that's about a quarter, and then you got $50, then about ping pong. So between $50 and ping pong ball size hail.
Okay, because like I said, right there, that 1.25 inches in diameter, that's I was gonna say that's actually $50 size hail. I just looked at my hail size chart. That is $50. So it looks like this storm, the hail size is growing within the storm. I'm gonna put my hail detector back on and see if we can get some good scans. There we go, right there. Now, of course, you gotta keep in mind that a couple of my products are delayed from the radar, okay? So there is some lag time with the hail detector, but you can see right here, around where the warning is, almost an inch in diameter being indicated. As we put my hail path on, still seeing that same path from earlier. Again, this tracks the path of where the hail has been. And then we'll throw this on here as well. Again, this is called the hail intensity tracker, and then this shows where the large and severe hail is. And we're not seeing large hail right now being indicated, but we're getting close to it though. As you can see, the light blues showing up. We're almost to the greens. If anything goes over that green, that means we got large to severe hail. Okay. Going back though to the radar right now. You can see it doesn't look all that impressive though, but if we go over to, like I said, what we call the hybrid scan radar, there we go, which has a much better view of the storm. You can and look right here. Look at all this dark shading right here. That is very heavy rain, possibly some of that hail falling as well. So you live anywhere in this area, and this is to the southwest of Interstate 26. So to give you a point of reference, there's Interstate 26 right here. There's East Flat Rock. So this is running to the southwest of there. So if you know anybody in this particular area, you may want to get indoors really, because if it's quarter size hail or even $50 size hail that's falling, that's going to do some damage right there. $50 size hail will, okay? So I wouldn't be surprised if there will be a lot of claims for shingle damage to people's homes just from the hail alone. Not even talking about wind damage. There are likely going to be a lot of insurance claims just based from the hail, okay? As like I said, we do have that indication of $50 size hail showing up. That's not quarter-sized hail. But I still wouldn't be surprised if there's a few insurance claims that are going to happen with the storm. All right, Beckett, I'll jump it back to you and see what you may have.
There's no further updates here at this time. My mic was muted. But again, we still have this severe thunderstorm warning still remaining in effect until 8:45 p.m. this evening. So still packing those 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with it. Let me jump it back over. Do I still have my radar showing? I do. Jump back over to that. So again, we're watching the 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail associated with it. So the storm is going to impact Saluda, Pleasant Ridge State Park, Tuxedo, North Saluda Reservoir, Crab Creek, Flat Rock, and East Flat Rock. I fully don't know how to use this radar completely. I'm still learning. So I'm still trying to get a few things down before doing more stuff. So again, if you're near Landrum, you guys are also getting the moderate to very heavy rainfall, some lightning associated with it as well. So again, no severe thunderstorm warning towards there, but the main concern we're continuing to watch is the severe thunderstorm warning here. It expires in about 26 minutes with those 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So it was located 8 miles south of Hendersonville, 4 miles south of Flat Rock, and it's moving southeast at about 15 miles per hour. Tana, do you have any updates at this time?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see here. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. But again, we lost the other severe thunderstorm warning around 8 o'clock for Polk and Rutherford. So the only severe thunderstorm that we're continuing to watch here is towards Henderson and Polk and Greenville, South Carolina. And we're continuing to see here if this will impact. This most likely will impact Greer, Five Forks, all of those. So again, make sure you take extra precautions. Towards Waynesville, we're watching some moderate to very heavy rainfall, some lightning associated with it as well. Again, it's not strong or severe at this time, so nothing too concerning, but just watch out for a brief period of heavy rainfall. And like we always say when thunder roars, go indoors. It's the same thing heading in towards Rosman. Again, nothing too concerning at all whatsoever. We're also monitoring the storm net has started to calm down a little bit just outside Bob's Creek State Natural area. Just moderate to very heavy rainfall at this time and some lightning associated with it as well. So a lot of the storms are starting to weaken, but we're continuing to track the storm here. We do have a webcam around this area. I don't know where it is within the system. I'll have to look through. But again, Tryon, you guys are also getting the moderate to very heavy rainfall. Just want to take extra precautions here through the next couple of minutes as well. So again, this is packing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with it as well. Mason, do you have any updates?
Hey, I'm going to jump real quick. I just got warnings for my area.
All right, go for it. All right, and I want to thank Tanner here for joining our coverage through the last couple of minutes. I do appreciate it here, bringing his expertise to the broadcast. So again, just giving the overall view, the main storm we're watching is approaching South Carolina. So again, nothing too concerning at all whatsoever. Let's see. Yeah, nothing too concerning at all. I mean, aside from the severe thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorm warning here, nothing too concerning. And I do sincerely apologize for people who normally tune in around 8 p.m., which is our movie night special night each Friday night. Again, we have a warning. We got to be live for it until it expires. So I do apologize about that. Mason, can you take over for a minute or so I can just finish my dinner?
Yeah, I can definitely take over for you, Beckett. Let's go ahead and pop up live fast chat Max again. So as while I take over for Becca, let me turn my fan off. Hope that's not interfering with my mic. There we go. Okay, so we're watching the storm here. What I have up on the screen right now is the 12-hour rainfall, because one of the things that I want to continue to stress with this storm is the fact that as it's moving very slow, it is dumping a lot of rain. So like I said, this is 12-hour rainfall. Okay, so this is taking us all the way back to shortly before 6 a.m. You can see here around the Hendersonville area, upwards of an inch, 1.3 inches, just within the past 12 hours. Okay, but as we look at rainfall rates, and this is how much rain has fallen per hour. Okay, you can see this storm is about to cross actually into South Carolina. You can see here 4.3 inches of rain per hour. That is a lot of rain. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some flooding that is, or at least some ponding on the roadways, rather, that is starting to occur. Let's see here. What else? Go back over to the radar. And this storm is about to cross into our South Carolina counties, as a matter of fact. And let's see here. I'll put the live scan on it. That way we can get some real-time scans in. Look at the velocity. We're still not seeing indications of rotation. As Tanner said, the atmosphere is not that favorable for tornadoes. So that's why we're not seeing any rotation here. We have seen a couple areas of broad rotation, yes, but nothing like too alarming that's going to trigger a tornado warning. Okay. I want to take a look at this though. This is my shear tracker, and the reason why I'm pulling the shear tracker up is not because I'm worried about rotation, but because of the fact that the shear tracker helps me determine where the highest shear is, because that helps determine where the highest potential for wind damage can also occur at. Okay, as you can see here, with the storm, we have a few spots of weak shear, relatively weak shear showing up here with this storm. So it's not very strong, but I wouldn't be surprised, because shear indicates not only winds changing with height, but it can also mean intense winds blowing in a certain area. Okay, so that's why we use the shear tracker sometimes when we're tracking severe thunderstorm warnings as well, not just for tornado warnings. Let's see here. Pulling up the hail detector, we're still getting indications of hail right here. Whoops, didn't mean to zoom in that far. We're still getting indications of hail. It looks like it has gone down a little bit. So heading further away from an inch in diameter, but still seeing some indications there. But yeah, this storm, as it passes into our South Carolina counties, that's going to be it for our North Carolina county. So we'll likely see this morning start to get whittled back again. As for those of you in the Asheville metropolitan area, we're not seeing anything severe heading towards the Asheville area right now. Just some moderate to heavy showers and thunderstorms right now. In fact, one up here near Greenville. It's not severe. It is pretty strong. Could have some gusty winds and some lightning and very much some heavy rain, but nothing severe though. But yeah, other than this severe thunderstorm warning, that is the only warning that we do have in effect right now. So, and I will put the regional radar on, because I want to show, for those of you that are wondering about if whether or not there's going to be more coming. You can see here that yes, we have these spotty showers and thunderstorms developing in the North Carolina area around the Asheville metropolitan area, but they are just pop-ups. Okay, so there's not really a whole lot coming once this goes by. Okay, once this one storm exits, that's it as far as severe thunderstorm warnings go, unless if these storms get stronger. Okay, but other than that, not seeing anything too alarming right now. Okay, so going back over the live Fast Track Max. You can see, look at this right here. This is incredible. If I put this tilt back on, look at this. This storm, as it's crossed into our South Carolina counties, rather, this is picked up tremendous strength. And you see here where we're starting to get a lot more red right here on the southern flank of the storm. That's indicating where we're starting to get more updrafts happening, and also where the heavier rain is falling, and maybe some hail as well. All right. I put my hail indicator on. We actually just got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. Glad I checked on that. That's until 9:30 p.m. That's until 9:30 for this storm, and that is for Henderson, South Central Henderson, Northern Greenville, and Northeastern Pickens counties. That's until 9:30 p.m. And from the National Weather Service, it actually says that 8:28 p.m. a severe thunderstorm was located 14 miles south of Hendersonville or near Pleasant Ridge State Park, moving south at 20 miles per hour. It looks like specific hazards of this storm are going to be 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar sized hail. Okay, so it looks like the hail threat, as like I said, this storm, it's gotten stronger since it's now crossing into Greenville County right now. Okay, so if you live in this area, if you live around Greer, Taylors, Berea, Travelers, Rest, Slatter, Martia, I apologize if I mispronounced, Paris Mountain State Park, Tigerville, any of these areas that you see here, even Lake Robinson, Pleasant Ridge State Park, and Jones Gap State Park. If you live near any of those areas, you need to be moving indoors right now, as the storm does have the potential of producing some strong winds and some damaging hail as well. See here, if we put the hail intensity tracker back on, still looking at these same readings, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some of the green show up. But looking at the hail core tracker, definitely still some hail being indicated with this storm, really. So that's an eye opener right there. This southern severe thunderstorm warning right here, this is the old one that expires at 8:45. But going back over to the radar, though, you can see this storm is moving to the south. I'll actually go ahead and we'll put a track on it. And again, there's the track taking it to the south, and that's going to be passing to the west, onto the west side of Travelers Rest. And again, that's the most intense part of the storm. And I want you to notice something. This box right here. Okay, this is information on this particular storm. Kind of tells me what it may have within it. Okay, and you see here the hail probability, which indicates the potential for hail overall, is 100%. That means there's a very high chance of hail with this storm, hail occurring with the storm completely. But also the severe hail, 40%. That means there's a moderate one second here. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, the severe hail now down to 20%. That means there's a low risk for severe hail, and hail size now could be penny sized hail. Okay. So this storm, the hail size keeps changing on it, which I understand is because of those updrafts that we get within these storms. Okay. When you have updrafts, that's what causes the hail. Okay. It takes the raindrops, the updrafts basically, they catch the raindrops and they toss them up into the part of the thunderstorm that is below freezing. Okay, so whereas down here on our side, it's above freezing, well above freezing. But there's a part up in the upper parts of the thunderstorm there's a part of it where it's below freezing. And that part that's below freezing is where the raindrops get tossed up there, and that's what creates the hail. It freezes the raindrops, basically. Still seeing some hail being indicated. I'm on the hail detector. Trying to get there we go, the differential reflectivity, because I want to show this again. Not as impressive as it was looking earlier, but still seeing some reds. So this is indicating, like I said, that there could be some hail and some heavy rain in here. Let's look at the echo tops, because I loved how Tanner brought that up earlier, of how tall this thunderstorm is. And hopefully I can get that up here. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. There we go. High resolution. Give me 1 second here, folks. I've got to try and get the echo tops here to work. Okay, they're not wanting to work right now. But rainfall rates, still showing impressive though. 3.4 inches per hour. Going back over to the radar. And the storm is now pretty much crossing into Greenville County as we speak. Yeah, still seeing that the storm is capable of producing half-dollar sized hail. The severe thunderstorm warning right here still remains in effect. The other one, sorry about that, folks. That's my phone dinging. There we go. Looking at the regional radar, pulling that back, you can see. Actually, I want to go back to the live radar, and I'm going to switch over to the Morristown radar because that's the closest up here. We're still watching this storm up here, right now, and not seeing any special weather statements on it. But it is a pretty strong storm, though. Could have some gusty winds. This is to the north of Tusalem and to the northeast of Greenville, North Carolina. Okay. There we go. There's Beckett.
So I don't know what's going on with my camera. My camera is out of the place. So take up for just a little bit longer. I apologize.
You're fine. You're fine. I wanted to let you know though. I don't know if you did see Beckett. We do have a new warning though.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure you knew. But yeah, that's for again, that's for Henderson, Greenville, and Pickens counties until 9:30 p.m. And we're still watching the storm. I'm going to actually get a manual track on this. I need to restart my radar. Okay, because it looks like it's lagging a little bit. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see this flicker flash on the screen. Okay. There we go. Go back down here. Sorry about that. I had to restart the radar. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get some. We're gonna go ahead and get a track on the storm, but I want to take a look down here first because I noticed it had a little bit of a bend in it. Okay. Okay, not looking at rotation. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get a track on this storm. Go ahead and get this set up here. Okay. And we'll go ahead and take it off to the south. At 20. There we go. Okay, so Traveler's Rest, 916, Berea, 931, 935, Sands, Southsea, if I'm saying that right. So that's the latest storm track on that storm. We're going to have to watch this area though carefully, Beckett. This area is south of the county line. Right in here, we're going to have to watch that very carefully. Even though I looked on the Blossies and I'm not seeing a rotation there, but we're going to have to watch that because it's starting to show a little bit of a bend.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and put the shear on.
So again, while Mason does that really quick, just gonna provide like a full update just one more time. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning is for South Central Henderson, Northern Greenville, and Northeastern Pickens County. This is until 9:30 p.m. for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and $50 size hail. For Greer, Taylor's, Bioria, Travelers Rest, Slater, Marietta, Paris Mountain State Park, Tigerville, Lake Robinson, Pleasant Ridge State Park, and Jones Gap State Park. We used to have a radar on top of Paris Mountain. We've lost that. So while Mason continues here just really quick, I'm going to see if we can get that webcam back. We'll jump it back over to Mason.
All right. So thank you, Beckett. So yeah, we are working on getting that webcam up for you guys to see. See here. Let me look here at my weather bulletin because I do have the weather bulletin for the National Weather Service in Greenville, Spartanburg pulled up. And I'm just looking here to see if there's any new reports, and it looks like there's not. Actually, there is. Looks like Mountain Home in Henderson County. Train spot reported $50 sized hail at 7:02. That was an hour ago. That was when this storm was still in Henderson County. So we are definitely seeing the storm producing hail. Not seeing any rotation down where that bend is, so that's good. That we're not seeing this thing turn into a rotating storm. So it looks like this is more of a hail and wind producing storm rather than a rotating storm, really. Going back over to my hail detector. Not getting very good indications of it. But this is indicating that there could be some hail still with the storm. Check on the couple things here. Echo tops. There we go. Yeah, this storm's definitely getting tall. There's an update from the radar. We're looking at this storm now, 45,000 feet up in the atmosphere. Okay, folks. Again, like Tanner said, these are what's called echo tops. Okay, so this is what shows how tall the thunderstorm is. Okay, imagine taking a split of the storm, a slice through the storm, and looking at it and looking at the tops of it at a 3D style. This is kind of like that. Okay, you can see where it's reading 45,000 feet in the atmosphere. That's the tallest that this storm has gone lately since we've been on the air. So anywhere between 40 to 45,000 feet, this thunderstorm has grown into the atmosphere, and that can also indicate how strong the storm is. Okay, and oftentimes, and I've never seen these before, but sometimes you'll even see them when they're really strong. You'll see them around 60,000 feet, and those are the really bad ones. Okay, and so it also, the taller these storms get, the more chance you'll have at having the storm produced larger hailstones. Okay. So going back over to the radar, and yeah, you can definitely see where that is. There's a new update from the live Fast Track Max Doppler radar right there, and you can see here throughout the center part of the storm, likely some hail that's going on right now. Like I said, we also have frequent cloud to ground lightning occurring with this storm. Frequent cloud to ground lightning with the storm. And going over to the velocity, we're going to check to see how fast the winds are. Not all that fast, so that's good right now. Looking at between 21 to 33 miles per hour in some spots. So right now, that's the only thing right now that I have. Let's see here. Put the wind gusts on. Actually, no, I don't want that. There you are, Beckett.
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, I had to quickly do something.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I've gone over everything pretty much, really. This storm, I don't know if you heard me say this, but this storm's now around 45,000 feet in the atmosphere. I just looked at the echotops, and it's around 45,000 feet now.
Jeez, that's crazy.
I know.
Well, really quick, I just want to share something about the channel before we move back to coverage. Is that we are also now going to be adding on times when we can't do coverage, or times that whenever we're not available to do coverage, or we're not on the air just yet, we're actually launching an automated weather system that has like an AI voice system, where we will be able to actually will cover these strong to severe thunderstorms, or flash flood warnings, or watches or warnings, or anything like that, whenever they get issued. So that's going to take place. I mean, we're still going to do coverage no matter what, whenever we can. But again, we're still going to be able to do coverage even at times we're not available to do it. So that's the plan for the future. Right now, it's not implemented, but we're still continuing to work behind the scenes and try to get that worked on. So again, we'll keep you updated with the latest information here at this time. So again, nothing else here with that severe thunderstorm warning just yet. They haven't continued it. It's still issued as a severe thunderstorm warning for Henderson and Greenville and Pickens counties. So definitely want to make sure you are taking that extra precaution for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and $half size hail for Greer, Taylor's, Peoria, Travelers Rest, Slater, Marietta, Paris Mountain State Park, Tigerville, Lake Robinson, Pleasant Ridge State Park, and Jones Gap State Park. And really quick, before we jump it right back over to Mason, if you want to continue here as well, it's up to you. But
okay, so
what'd you say?
I said I'm gonna have to jump off of here and eat dinner. Okay.
Okay.
I'm starting to feel sick.
Okay.
So, but I'll still be here if you need me.
Okay. So again, want to thank Forecast and Mason for the coverage here as well. So again, we're going to stay on the air for at least a couple more minutes here as we continue to track these storms. So let me get my screen up here. So we're also monitoring another storm heading in towards downtown Greenville, GSP Airport. If you're flying out of the GSP Airport, definitely want to watch out. You got some strong to severe thunderstorms starting to push their way through over the next couple of minutes. What I do wish we had here was tracking to see how far it is or what time until it gets there, but we don't. So I apologize about that. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now. It's Friday night, so I guess it's not wanting to fully work. But again, Travelers Rest, definitely want to watch out. Taylor's, Greer, Wade Hampton, definitely you guys are under that severe thunderstorm warning. It expires in about 42 minutes. So again, we have until 9:30 p.m. for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail for Greer, Taylor's, Peoria, Travelers Rest, Slater, Marietta, Paris Mountain State Park, Tigerville, Lake Robinson, Pleasant Ridge State Park, and Jones Gap State Park. So definitely want to watch out for that through the next couple of hours. Boiling Springs, you guys are about to get impacted here as well with it. So definitely want to watch out for that. I-26, you guys are just in line of that storm. So again, if you start to see that moderate to very heavy rainfall here, definitely want to watch out and take extra precautions. And if it makes it so you can't see at all whatsoever, then you should pull aside, put those hazards on, and just wait out the storm. That's the best thing to do, especially if you can't see. So I shouldn't be getting tired here during this coverage. That's what I gotta say. I shouldn't be getting tired because I have friends who have been doing this coverage like this for over 11 hours. So I can't complain here, and I will probably stop complaining now at this time. So actually, while we're thinking about it, let me check chat. Let me see if anyone has any questions here at this time that I've missed at all. And I don't think it doesn't look like I have missed any live chat questions here at all whatsoever. So we'll check over towards Facebook here and just see. Okay, so again, we don't have any live chats here at this time. So again, we're continuing to watch the storm. We're continuing to see when the next update will be. I don't think they need to update it for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So at least it's still continuing to be. And then as soon as the storm subsides and there's no other severe thunderstorm warnings are issued, we'll return back to normal programming. So what I've also been trying to work on behind the scenes here is I'm trying to get a full code in that we can have automated severe weather coverage. It's not going to replace our normal severe weather coverage that you see here, but it's going to make it so the viewers actually can listen, actually can understand whenever there's severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning is issued. There will be live coverage even if we can't. Let's see here. So again, no new updates here at this time. We're still watching these storms move through. So also towards Fletcher, Mills River, Hendersonville, you guys are about to get some rain with some lightning associated with it, some thunder. So don't let that scare you. I know the worst part is gone. That's positive news. The worst part is completely gone. Dang it. So that's the positive news we have here. So definitely want to watch out for lightning towards Mills River, Fletcher, and Hendersonville as these storms continue to roll through here. We can see as soon as it reaches towards Fletcher, it's going to follow 26 down to South Carolina. So we'll continue to track that storm there as well. So again, see, this is what confused me before whenever I first started doing coverage. Is Boiling Springs, South Carolina, and Boiling Springs, North Carolina, which is right outside of Shelby. And that confused me. I couldn't figure that out before, but now I understand where they are. They're actually somewhat close to each other. That's kind of funny. So again, we got a severe thunderstorm heading its way into Travelers Rest, Peoria, and Wade Hampton. Definitely want to watch out. And look at this. See, the storm is all the way over here, but the lightning is striking out to 15 miles from the parent thunderstorm. So again, when you hear thunder, you are close enough to get struck by lightning. Do we have an update with it yet? Not yet. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if these storms right here become strong, possibly maybe even severe near Campobello, Landrum, and Lake Little Chicago here. They're talking about that. We have a new special weather statement that's just now been issued for Duncan and Greer. So again, this has about 50 miles per hour wind gusts and half-inch hail associated with it near Greer, Duncan, Lyman, Welford, GSP Airport, and Reedville. Talking about the GSP Airport, we also have a webcam at the GSP Airport, which we will actually show on here. So let me actually find that. But we do have a webcam at the GSP Airport. So it will take me a second to find. I do want to go ahead and get that up here. I think we've actually lost that code. Hold on one quick sec. Let me see if I can find it. GSP Airport. There. No, that's the wrong one. Let's see. Live cam. So we do have a camera. I just got to find it here. There it is. So we might be able to see the storm in it. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, this is an insane shot here. Okay, I'm going to take this full screen. This is actually a crazy, crazy shot. Let's let this jump back live. This is a live view of the storm rolling through, and I just saw a bolt of lightning just moments ago. That's the storm in the distance that is going to push its way in, that has that 50 mile per hour wind gust and half-inch hail associated with it. This is a storm. And I think this is the best capture in my entire time doing live coverage. This is the best capture because you also get that beautiful view at the same time, but you're also getting, look at that constant lightning. This is why we say when thunder roars, go indoors, because again, lightning can strike out to 15 miles from that parent thunderstorm. So again, we're continuing to watch this, just seeing the storm. You can see even the rain, the heavy rainfall in the distance there as well. You can see some of the flights also pushing their way. Sadly, we only have a flight tracking network for the Asheville area, so we don't have a flight tracking network for Greenville. But in just a few moments, within probably like a minute or so, we're probably going to see, there you go, another lightning strike. In the next few minutes or so, we can probably will see an airport weather warning here. So this is an absolutely insane shot. There it is. Did you see that? That's a massive bolt of lightning that we just had. Wow. This is an insane shot, and I'm really, really proud. Really, really proud of getting this coverage here. Not getting this coverage, but getting this live camera here as well. I just put Mason back in. So Mason, your microphone's back on if you do want to speak. But again, look at that lightning in the distance. Also, look at the sunset on the left corner of the screen. That is also a beautiful sunset here. And I'm just keeping this up because we're actually watching this storm. This storm is expected to make its way at the GSP airport over the next couple of minutes. So we're actually going to see this storm approach. And since that severe thunderstorm is still remaining in effect and no further updates, we're just going to keep it here. And Mason, just so we can have it up here as well, I'm just going to shoot it over to your radar and then back over to mine so I don't lose this live camera. Just to let you know about that, if you can keep it up for me. So again, just look at that storm in the distance. It looks like cotton candy, I got to admit. Look at the cloud up next to the graphic on the top near the clock. That looks like cotton candy, and I can't tell if I'm like wanting cotton candy right now or it's just the feeling. But anyways, this is just an insane there. Did you see that? See, this is the best part about severe weather coverage, especially when you have a camera. is seeing views like this. And I can't imagine what the view looks like at the airport right now if you were to sit there, aside from not being able to walk out there or actually fly out, because lightning can only strike out to 5 miles from the airport before they start to suspend some flights here. But look at that storm in the distance. Again, this is packing 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's slowly moving. Having 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts associated with it. And you can see that heavy rainfall right there in the distance. And the lightning strikes that we are continuing to see out of this is just showing just a little bit of just how insane. There it is again. There it is again. Just how insane the storm actually is. And that's why we say when thunder roars, please seek shelter indoors. I actually like that saying. I'm going to start using that as well. But again, this is an insane shot. I think they probably have some other shots here as well. Probably do. Let's see here. Let me see if I can check something. But again, look at that storm in the distance. Just constant lightning. And you can see it is starting to move its way closer and closer to the GSP airport. So again, I'm still waiting for further updates. Again, this is packing about 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts in the about 0.50 inches, which is about half-inch hail. This is moving at about southeast at about 25 miles per hour. So that's part of the reason why it's moving very slowly. And like Mason has said before, there's a concern for localized flooding. And that is still a relatively bigger concern that we're continuing to watch here. Looks like the people here know about that storm. They're actually looking like they're moving their plane. But again, look at that storm in the distance. The storm is while we're here, we're also going to watch a plane depart here. So this is an incredible view, and I'm really thankful for airport webcams for letting us use these cameras here, especially within our viewing area. But look at that moderate to very heavy rainfall out there in the distance. That is still continuing to fall. Again, that's out of all another concern. And there was another big strike of lightning there and another one there. I'm curious to see, will we see cloud to ground lightning associated with it? Because as we can see, it's not as strong as before, but there was frequent lightning within it. There you go. Did you see that? Did you see at the top of the cloud, just right shot outside of the top of the cloud, the massive bolt from cloud to ground? Right where that sunset is on the left corner of the screen, that was a huge lightning strike. And this is the best part about coverage, is that when you have a webcam that is facing the direct path of an incoming strong to even potentially severe thunderstorm, is out of all huge concern. Mason, were you saying something? Okay, I don't think we have a Mason. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but okay, I don't think he can. We're gonna actually let him know here. But again, insane lightning strikes here in the distance. Just continuing to push their way through. Let's see here. Let me get Mason here. I don't think he can hear me. But again, look at the constant lightning strikes that is moving out within these storms. So this is part of the reason why we say with thunder roars, go indoors. And we're going to sit here and just watch the storm approach. here over the next couple of hours. And we're also going to, not hours, but minutes. And we're just going to watch this plane depart. Hold on. Let's get that fixed. There we go. So again, constant lightning associated with this. So this is an insane shot. Just very heavy rainfall, and there's more lightning strikes associated with this as well. So again, just incredible shot here. Incredible. Let's see. So again, constant lightning with this. This is packing about 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail associated with it. I wish we could show the webcam and the radar at the same time, because this is something I really don't want to miss. But I'm just going to go ahead here and jump it right back over to radar just to see what we're seeing in the distance. So if you see right here, this storm, this is the GSP airport right here. So this is what the webcam, this is where the webcam that we're watching. And if you just north of it, we're watching this storm right here. So this storm, Holly Springs and Cove subdivision. We're actually going to let this scroll through here just to see where it's approaching. So it is going to miss the GSP airport. But that's the storm that we see in the distance with that lots of lightning strikes associated with it. So we'll go ahead and jump back over to this webcam. Here, there we go. And we'll take it back to full screen so we can just continue to watch the storm in the distance here as well. So again, constant lightning associated with this. It's gonna miss the GSP airport here, but it's just continue. This is an incredible view. There you go. Look at that lightning strikes. Look at all those lightning strikes striking down. So again, just constant lightning strikes continuing there. And there's another bolt of lightning there as well. This is just an incredible view. We just went into dark mode. Dang it. Well, there goes that plane that we just saw take off. I don't like dark view because dark view just makes it impossible to. We can see the lightning, but we don't see like the beautiful sunsets. So again, constant lightning strikes associated with this as well. Just incredible view here. And I'm just going to keep it up here for just a little bit longer. Just to see how the storm will be. But again, it's just a beautiful view. It's constant lightning associated with it as well. So what we're going to do is we'll overview with the latest severe thunderstorm warnings here. Right now, just look back at the radar, see what's happening, because you can't really see anything anymore because the camera just turned into dark mode. So I've been live for a couple of hours, so it's starting to take a toll on me just a little bit here. So again, we're watching another storm near Cambabello that is Alivor getting a little bit of a concern here. Not strong or severe at this time, but again, something just we're continuing to watch. Again, that's the storm that we're seeing here. Just going to miss the Greenville-Spartanburg Airport. We're also monitoring this severe thunderstorm warning that is set to expire at 9:30 p.m. this evening, which is about 22 minutes away. a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and half-dollar size hail. For Greer, Taylor's, Bioria, Travelers Rest, Slater, Marietta, Paris Mountain State Park, Tigerville, Lake Robinson, Pleasant Ridge State Park, and Jones Gap State Park. So again, just incredible views that we had moments ago. So again, also monitoring a few storms here. About to make its way over towards Fletcher, Hendersonville, Mills River. All of those, just watch out for some lightning strikes associated with it. Brief heavy rainfall continuing probably over the next couple of hours or so. So again, nothing too significant. But again, it's not really severe thunderstorm either. It's not strong for that matter. It is just out of all, just a regular thunderstorm. So again, when the thunder roars, go indoors. We're also monitoring a storm over here near Danridge, about to push its way into our viewing area in East Tennessee towards Newport. Going to watch that storm because it has a few lightning strikes associated with it just west of Marshall. We're also seeing just moderate to very heavy rainfall pushing its way through towards Woodfin. And it's just going to make its way towards Weaverville as well, and Craggy Mountain Wilderness Study area. So out of all, just something to watch out for as well. Besides that, the weather remains relatively calm, and this severe thunderstorm is most likely going to weaken. I'm going to be 100% honest here. I think this storm is going to weaken, and the severe thunderstorm is probably going to be the last severe storm of the night. And I'm honestly somewhat kind of glad we had severe storms because it actually gave me a chance to test out this entire system, see how it runs, how it is. And I'm really proud of the system. This graphic system is in partnership with Impulse Weather, one of my partnerships here. And he provides us with graphics, and I provide him with coverage whenever it's needed. Whenever he needs me, I'll be there to help him with coverage as he helps us with graphics here. And this whole new template here, which I'm very grateful and very glad for it as well. So again, check if you're from Texas or you live in Texas, just check them out. Just because they have coverage for all of Texas. And we have coverage for all of the western North Carolina mountains in about 48 counties. So it's crazy, but it's worth it. So again, this storm right here will most likely, the severe thunderstorm, which will most likely weaken because it only has like 19 minutes left associated with this storm. It'll most likely weaken. Let's see here. But it's headed towards Greer and GSP. So that's packing about, I would probably say about 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. I was going to say a little bit lower, but I don't want to confuse people here. As well. Whoops. Didn't mean to show that on there. So again, also some lightning associated towards the storm of Brevard here as well over the next couple of hours. All right, so we're actually going to jump back to the radar. I mean, webcam. That's weird. Take this back to a full screen here. Just look at the storm in the distance. Just look at the cloud too. See how it's moving up? Not having like any, I mean, that's a scuff in the cloud, but I want to make sure that we're not having like any rotation within the storm. I don't think, and again, don't be concerned. It's nothing I'm concerned about here. Let's see. No, we don't. Okay, that's just a scuff in the cloud. I just wanted to clarify. Just wanted to make sure because that was a little bit. It looked a little bit weird. Here. But again, just look at that storm in the distance. Look at that lightning strikes too. Constant lightning strikes associated with this as well. Here as well over the next couple of hours. These storms will continue to push their way through. I wish that we keep this webcam in a light mode because that would make it so easier to see this. So again, see here. Did we see if we see any more lightning strikes in 3, 2, 1. We'll try it again in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Nope. No. Okay. I see how it is, Storm. It's just not wanting to do it whenever I'm trying to get it to do it. So again, while we have this up here, I'm gonna check live chats. Gonna check live chats here and see if we're missing anything here. But again, we have a bunch of lightning strikes here in the distance. Again, we're actually gonna see probably a strong to severe storm push its way through over the next like 30 minutes or so. So I'm just also checking here, making sure we aren't missing any. And who's in the live chat? Impulse Weather. Thank you for the thanks for the W of the coverage. Thank you. So again, let me check Facebook here. Let me make sure I'm not missing any let's see, any questions here. So I want to make sure we are answering as many questions as possible. And it doesn't look like we've missed any. So that's the positive news. Wow. Massive lightning strike there. Cloud to ground lightning is possible with any of these storms. And there we go. That was some cloud to ground lightning strikes associated with this as well. David, your camera's not working, so I'm not going to put you up just yet here. But again, we're watching these storms move their way through. We just new update here: the severe thunderstorm warning for Henderson, North Carolina, Greenville, and Pickens, like we said before, has been allowed to expire. So again, that warning is no longer in effect, and that's the positive news that we have here. And since David has joined, we're going to stay on there for just a couple more minutes as we continue to watch the storm move through here as well. So just constant lightning strikes associated with it as well. So also just now joining us here is forecaster David. I want to thank him so much for coming on to the coverage here as well. David, you have any updates? Can't hear you. But again, the severe thunderstorm warning for Henderson, Greenville, and Pickens counties has been allowed to expire. Now we can hear you, David.
There we go. Sorry about that. All right. So, yeah, came perfect timing. Severe warning is pretty much over. So, let's do an update. Talk about what's going on. So, again, here's what we have on radar right now. Multiple areas of thunderstorms that we are monitoring across this area. Again, it's mainly in our South Carolina parts of our area, but again, just northeast of Greenville, this is where we're experiencing some storms, and with that special weather statement for Spartanburg, Greenville counties until 9:30 for 50-mile-per-hour winds and half-inch size hail. So this will be radar indicated. So If you are in that storm, just heads up, guys. Strong winds coming your direction. That's all I have for you with this storm here. But look at the camera. It's off to our direction here, to the left side of your screen. Out in camera, showing a whole lot of lightning. And that lightning, we'll have a lot of that continuing for at least the next several minutes as Mother Nature is electrifying right now our sky conditions across the area. To Asheville we go. There's a couple showers out there to our southwest, just west of Hendersonville. Some moderate showers and a lot of lightning still continuing to occur right now. So it is a stormy evening out there across the region. But thankfully, finally, no more severe weather in our neck of the woods. Again, it's just a strong storm that we are monitoring right now here in our coverage area. We will continue to monitor it closely. Generally speaking, it does look like it's starting to weaken, so we're not seeing anything too crazy from this right now. But as we take a look at our velocity detector here, you can see that some of the strong winds are in the storm. We see that green, according to velocity, up to 25 to 30 miles per hour in the storm. So it's not looking too bad right now in this area. So again, we'll continue to monitor this closely, but if we get into alerts that get issued, me and Beckett will be here to jump in on the air if anything else happens. But overall, things are looking pretty good. I'm not seeing really anything too concerning right now. It looks like these storms are potentially starting to die off just a little bit. So it's not bad, but still some decent storms out there just southwest of Asheville this evening. And again, previously that severe storm that's been downgraded to a special weather statement. This evening, Beckett.
David, I'm going to jump it right back over to the Mount Pisgah webcam. You had it up there, and I'm like, we have to show it the full screen because the amount of lightning associated with this storm, we thought we had a good view of the storm at the Greenville-Spartanburg Airport. That was relatively cool seeing that storm in the distance, but we have this a view directly inside the storm here, the storm that we were talking about beforehand. It's not even strong or severe, but this is how much lightning is associated with this storm, and this is why we're saying make sure you are seeking shelter indoors, even if you're not under a severe thunderstorm warning or even a special weather statement for that matter, because that's not in effect for any of this storm at all. But you can see the constant lightning strikes, and that's just a few miles down, just around the corner from the broadcast area here, or around the corner from the studio here. So again, just look at that constant lightning strike. This is out of all the best view that we have right here as well. So again, just great view. I'm just trying to see here, just trying to wait for another lightning strike because while David was talking, I don't know if you guys watched it in the left corner of the screen, but the amount of lightning strike enough, there was a huge lightning strike that actually made the screen go completely black for a second and back up like that. Wow. Insane shot there. Wow. It's probably just a lot of lightning associated with this. I gotta say, and this is not even strong or severe. So again, any thunderstorm that does develop through the next overnight hours is going to be relatively concerning for heavy rainfall and all of that kind of stuff. So again, this is just crazy. Well,
very electric storms.
Yes, that is for sure. I don't want to go off the air because of just seeing these, because this is the first time we've actually been able to see inside the storm through a webcam. And it looks like it's going in and out each lightning strike. At least from my side. Wow. I wish they would turn the camera to the left.
For real.
That would make it a lot easier. Let me make it back to full screen just really quick. Make it a lot easier because we could actually see the lightning bolt, because that was a mass. I bet you that was cloud to ground in the distance towards the left of the screen just moments ago. Let's see here. Can we see any more lightning strikes? But again, we aren't even needing to be live anymore. There's no severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect at this time. It is just a strong thunderstorm and like this, just very intense cloud to ground lightning. This is not even strong or severe, like I'm continuing to say, because I want to make sure our viewers know that there's no damaging winds associated with this, or no large hail associated with this. This is just cloud to ground lightning and brief heavy rainfall. It's a very intense storm moving through much of the Mount Pisgah Inn. If you're on the Mount Pisgah Inn and you're watching us there, from inside your home or inside wherever you are in the hotel, just record and send the copy to show it on air as well. David, do you have
And I
any
have the
updates?
cameras up if you want to see them.
Okay. So again, here's the overall view. You can see towards Knoxville, Tennessee, relatively nice. Those storms have subsided out. Waynesville, we see a few showers continue to push their way through. You can see the ground is relatively wet, but at this time it is looking relatively nice. Then we go up towards Greenville, Spartanburg. A few lightning strikes in the distance, but not as bad. Then we move over towards the Mount Pisgah Inn, which is the main concern, the main thing that we're watching here with that constant cloud to ground lightning, or not cloud to ground lightning, but constant lightning strikes. And let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. But again, this is just moderate to very heavy rainfall and frequent lightning that's just out of all making this concern. David, I don't know if you're still here. Wow. I don't know if you're still here, but do you have any updates at this time?
All right, mic test. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So here's what I got. Again, amazing storms that we're watching right now are crossing the area. Looking at radar right now, still got a strong storm across our area. I'm reading the chat right now. We got someone from Georgia watching right now. Things are looking pretty good in Georgia. And we hope you have a good night too. Thanks for being in the chat. But yeah, things are quiet right now in Georgia, so that's nice. But all the worst of the weather right now is in our South Carolina, North Carolina areas right now. And just a reminder, special weather statement continues right now. This is going to be for 5 more minutes for Spartanburg and Greenville counties until 9:30 Eastern, so it's not looking too bad. But look at this, guys. See this green line right here? What exactly is a green line doing here? This is an outflow boundary from storms we had earlier. The winds were so strong. Winds came out of the storm, and this is what we were seeing right now. So if you're in Greenville, it's windy right now. If you're in Spartanburg, it's windy. But if you're in Simpsonville, Woodruff, Piedmont areas, it's not windy yet, but it's about to get really windy in your guys' area. And again, it's because it's outflow boundary from these storms that we have seen pretty much all this evening. And of course, we're going to be keeping our eyes on these storms up to our northwest right now. They're in eastern Tennessee. These will make a dive into our northern counties, so we'll keep our eyes on those. But as of right now, nothing too strong or severe out of these. But then just southwest of Asheville, we got this storm that we're still monitoring right now, just west of Hendersonville. And that's what's happening. So again, these shows respectively, these are just tons of lightning. A lot of lightning's happening right now. You can see on the mount camera, tons of lightning's occurring. My feed for that camera is actually getting knocked out many times because of the lightning show. So that's because of what's going on. But there you go. Pretty wild shots that we are seeing right now across the area. So again, please, don't be on any like sort of waters, lakes, or anything like that. Lightning could definitely strike you very easily. And of course, I know some people like to go swimming at this time or go fishing. Isn't that a nice evening? But again, be careful. If you're going to be out and about across portions of North Carolina here and South Carolina here in the Asheville area.
Alrighty, thank you, David, for that. So at this point, we're just gonna go ahead and end it. I've been on the air for about 3 to 4 hours now.
Wow.
So storms, severe side, strong side have subsided. I mean, we do have a strong storm towards upstate South Carolina, and when we have this storm here that's not even strong or severe, pushing their way through. But again, the main criteria for us to go live, which is severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, or flash flood warnings, those are not in effect at all whatsoever. So we're gonna go ahead and jump off here. If you want to continue to watch the Mount Pisgah live camera, that is going to be in the Highland Weather broadcast loop throughout much of the overnight hours tonight. And again, me and David will be live on standby. If the severe thunderstorm warning or another warning gets issued, we'll be live nonstop until that warning is set to expire. So we'll leave you with the latest live look at the Mount Pisgah Inn Before we leave, David, any more updates?
Again, we'll continue to monitor these storms closely. Looking at the latest one more time on radar. Again, still watching these storms right now. Again, none of these are severe, thankfully, but give it a few more minutes, guys. Strong storm alert will expire soon. But again, if you're in the Simpsonville area, Roebuck area, guys, we have some gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour coming your direction. So hold on to your hats.
Exactly. All right, we'll leave you with a live look at the Mount Pisgah Inn, looking at those storms in the distance. And again, we'll be live on standby if any warnings get issued throughout much of tonight. Have a good night, everyone.